Hey there, this is Granison Shines, No Voice, No Power, my personal blog on power, how to get it, what happens when you get it. Again, I'm set out to study power because that's something that I really want to understand, how people become powerful and how people are powerless, and why would you want to stay at any one of those positions. So the quote of the day is, the only one to blame for your powerlessness is you. I'll repeat that. The only one to blame for your powerlessness is you. And that came to me because in observing some things that were on the news lately, there's a group of people, fast food workers to be more specific, that have taken to the streets to protest against the big organizations, that have protested against the McDonald's, that protested against the Burger Kings, that protested against the Jack in the Box. Here are people that want $15 an hour flipping burgers and or doing whatever they do at a fast food chain. Now, personally, I don't think those jobs were designed for 30, 40, 50-year-old people. And it's totally upon you, I should say, oneself, I was about to say. It's totally upon you to change your destiny when it comes to making money. I understand that now. One of the hardest pills that was hard for me to swallow is when our mentors, and we were talking, he says, guess what? Everything's your fault. Like, wow, really? You're gonna come at me like that? Well, think about it. If I'm broke, it's my fault. If I'm rich, it's my fault. I did it either way. So I have to take responsibility. I don't think I didn't have control over if when I was born, it's the color of my skin and being born a male. Now there's some other things I don't have control over either, but when it comes to what I want, the things that I want to get, that's a direct correlation of me. The extent of my relationships and the power or powerlessness I have in certain relationships, that's a direct extent of me and the decisions that I have made, or decisions that I have made throughout my life. Again, I don't think that a person 30, 40, 50 years old should be working at McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, or whatever, flipping burgers, making fries. Now I understand that there may be some things, some hardships that have come upon a person. I'm not knocking that. We all go through hardships. I've gone through hardships, and so that I understand the hardship factor. But even when the hardship factor comes into play, I had to realize that I then had to take myself to another level. I then had to educate myself a little bit more in order to do this. Or I had to sell a little bit more. I had to work a little bit harder in order to do this. There's nothing wrong with hard work. Where has that hard work ethic gone? So the powerlessness is upon yourself. If you don't have any power, it's your fault. I know that now. If I do, when I do, and I have ascended into more power, and become presidents of organizations that I am not a part of, that's a direct correlation of me and the power that I have. It has nothing to do with, now I have to be responsible, I have to take that power, be responsible for it, with it, help other people with it. That's the true essence of using your power for good, to be cliche about it, right? So here we have these people who are trying to affect someone at a very high level, when I guarantee you that there's no one at that level, at the bottom level, process level, in flipping burgers, making fries, whatever. I guarantee there's not a single one that has the education of the person that's at the top of McDonald's, or at the top of Burger King, or at the top level of. Those people took advantage of some opportunities they had. Now we all have a direct correlation to get the things that we need in terms of education wise. Okay, there is a direct correlation between the amount of money that you're going to make, not all the time. So hear me out on this. There's a direct correlation between the education you have and the amount of money that you make. There's a direct correlation with the people that you surround yourself around and the amount of money that you make. Okay, so there are other factors there, but I guarantee you not one of those workers have an education at the level at which the person, the CEO who's making the decision at McDonald's has. Guarantee it. I doubt it. Otherwise, they would not be in that position. They may have, again, stumbled on some hard times, and they're strapped, they took their bootstraps, put them on their shoulders, and they're moving up. I don't think they're going to stay there long. If you're educated and you're wise, you will not stay there long, because you'll find a way to make the difference. So again, the only one to blame for powerlessness is you. I had to swallow that pill. You're gonna have to swallow that pill. The people that have taken to the streets for McDonald's or whatever have to swallow that pill. If you don't ascend in power, if you don't ascend in the amount of money that you make, it's your fault. This is Granison Shines, my study of power. No voice, no power.